stuff with his marriage and
married twice and
that went wrong. So I was pretty convinced you were going to go straight to the king of the mountain. Craig, I thought you did
I'm a medium. This is the 5th location challenge, and I think I'm doing okay. I've got some really good hits, so it's really important to keep that momentum up, to not drop the ball. I was quite nervous as I went into the challenge because in my meditation I saw a tree and concrete, and that's all I got. So originally I marked on the map just around here. When I got to that first spot, I actually felt like I was anchored to the ground, so that's what I was looking for. My strategy was then to scan the rest of the area and see if I received that anchor to the ground in any other spot. See, I'm getting further off the trail here. This has got a funny feel to it through here, on top of here. I've got two choices: in front of a tree on the grey here, in front of the tree on top of the grey over there. I'll keep going over here. Look, I'm 50-50 with this. It's either here or there.
It is a big decision to make. And remember, he had a similar decision to make, finding the body in the boot of a car. He made the right decision that time. Will he make the right decision this time too? You're watching The One.
Coming up, in the hunt for the missing boy, Greg's flying high.
That's a bloody good go.
And Anthony's
God.
feeling the strain.
Gee, have I blown it here? Or haven't I?
And later, science versus metaphysics.
We've got a good chance of one of our contestants actually just fluking out and getting the right person.
When two worlds collide.
That discredits any kind of personal achievement in getting it.
Welcome back. You are watching The One. Before the break, we sent our psychics on the trail of a boy and his dog lost underground in a series of tunnels. Last we saw Greg, he had a big decision to make.
Look, I'm 50-50 with this. It's either here or there. But I'm here, and this is what was my first impression. So I think the boy and the dog are just down here. Close.
Greg, you are 6 metres away.
Beautiful. That's excellent for me. I think that's great. That's a bloody good go.
I mean, 6 metres, I think that's actually incredibly good, isn't it, Stacey, when you consider how hard this is?
Look, I think it's incredibly good because I like to think if this was real life, you know, he'd be very close. He'd be able to send someone down and find that child pretty quickly, so...
Today I'm going to ask my guides just basically yes or no questions, and it'll be an all-clear audience today for me. Just asking in my head, yes or no, is there someone in here? I just got a no with that, so that's the blank one, I think. Here, I think yes, there's someone in here. Male or female? I think it's male. So that makes it Salvatore. Yes, female. Doesn't matter who it is. I think it's Katrina. I actually think this one's Heidi. And we'll make the last one Debbie. I think I'm ready to make have the reveal, I suppose. Whew. 1 from 1. Hopefully, Sal's in here.
Good work.
Beauty.
Good on you.
All right, we'll go to the next one. Hopefully, Katrina's in this one.
Yes, I am.
She is!
Well done, you're amazing.
I actually thought at that stage I might have got all 5. So I was getting quite excited. Well, it's either Heidi or Deb.
Coming up, It's sudden death in the triathlon. And everyone's impressed
I have no doubt that she's the real deal.
by the speed reading.
I think that was probably one of Heidi's finest efforts.
And welcome back to The One. Before the break, our psychic started the first leg of a psychic triathlon. Using only psychic powers, each competitor must nominate who's in each of 5 beach huts and which one is empty. Greg already has 3 from 3 and he's looking pretty confident.
I was getting quite excited. I actually thought at that stage I might have got all 5. Well, it's either Heidi or Deb. Wow.
Done.
And this will be Debbie.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Deb.
Good on you.
Wow. 5 from 5. Got worked out, so yeah. Quite excited, actually.
How impressed are you, Richard, first of all, that Greg got 5 out of 5 correct?
I'm impressed, absolutely impressed.
Do you see it as a psychic achievement or just a luck achievement?
Well, I couldn't rule out psychic, but I certainly couldn't rule out luck.
Stacey, that's a fair answer, I would say.
It is a fair answer, but it must really hurt to sit on the fence that long.
With some interesting and pretty good results. Our remaining psychics have to get as many hits as they can because at this stage of the competition, every single hit matters. Stepping up to take the challenge, Greg Riley.
All right. The lady in the aqua top, okay, mother in spirit?
Yes.
Been passed a while in spirit?
No.
Okay. She wants to also acknowledge the father, so I'd say your father's in spirit too.
Yes.
There's also another male. You got husband in spirit?
No.
You've just had your hair cut?
Yes.
You find it hard to wear shoes. Are they bunions? Something like that?
Yes.
Okay. You like to play cards as well too?
No.
You've got a small dog.
Yes.
Black and white?
Yes. I'm very impressed. My haircut, the fact I have trouble with my feet, plus the dog, that was really great and incredible.
It looked like Greg went quite well there. Would you say that, Richard?
I think he's learnt the trick of saying lots of things. The more things you say, the more chances you are of getting things right.
Okay. Stacey, what did you think?
He got some very good hits that you actually can't explain away.
What do you mean explain away?
Well,
That's an expression
well, what-
used by believers to
excuse
poo-poo
me,
psychic
poo-poo.
investigation.
All I get from you is statistics and chance. I just can't see why we can't look at things and go, well, that's a hit cleanly.
I do. If it's a hit,
well, then
I'll
good.
say that's a hit cleanly.
Okay, then. I just think you're doing a generalisation, and that is not scientific to generalise.
Would it be fair to say that Greg was largely right?
I thought he was spot on. There were things that I know he picked up specifically for me that no one else would have.
We'll leave Greg there, proving very difficult. So last to step up to this challenge is Melbourne's Greg Riley.
There's a lot of bubbles in this, so I'd say they're like honeycomb to a certain extent. I think this person is quite artistic, so they love music. I think they would like classical music as well too, okay? Okay, the copy doesn't move too much, so they might be a little bit stubborn at times, but a little bit of ad-libbing here. They are quite flexible. They're a glass half full person as well too, so I think they've got quite a positive personality. There's a picture of Bart Simpson in here. This person may watch The Simpsons. Look, it does, it's Bart Simpson.
I have to stop you because I really want to see Bart Simpson. All right, well, who do you think, who would you like to suggest drank that cup of coffee?
The young man behind there, and it's not yours, is it? Yeah.
Who drank from the blue cup?
Yes.
Oh, you did! Does it make sense?
The honeycomb, I've just finished a whole bag of it.
Do you watch The Simpsons?
No. Hey.
Okay, classical music or music?
Love it. Love it.
I think I may have found a new thing for myself, reading coffee cups. Look, it's good. You just got to trust your intuition and go with it, and it just proves if you just try and give things a go and just go with what you know and what your process is, you can pretty much get a lot of information.
One of the best things about Greg is he's highly entertaining. It was good, wasn't it?
Look, I thought he had a great time. It was like, ay caramba, you know, with the Bart Simpson thing. And, you know, look, I have to give him credit for having a good go at it and actually getting, you know, a few hits at the same time.
Australia's most haunted house, and tell us why it's haunted, what happened to the family that lived there, and what shocking thing happened at the well.
I'm Greg Riley. I'm from Melbourne, and I'm a medium. It's vitally important for me to do well in today's challenge. All it takes is one small slip-up and you could be out. Just walking into this place already, I can feel I've got Sarah beside me. As soon as I walked in, there was a lot of energy and I just saw these flames come up. I see the place, it's actually been a fire through here at some stage over the period of time.
There was a fire in 1908.
Now I feel a real tragedy about this. Just sitting here, it's like she sits next to me. I just get a feeling of Sarah just crying. She's just sobbing. I actually feel that it's the body of a child that's gone down here. I feel they were playing around here or something like that and they've just fallen in. I'm getting a sense of 3 children for him, but I'm also sensing one died in childbirth. The other one was quite ill. I'm getting a feeling that none of their children actually lived more than through their teenage years. They were quite young.
Out of the 9 children, 3 of them predeceased Sarah. They died of tuberculosis or TB, and one died after it was born.
Such a bad feeling.
And once again, Greg's done quite well. It was a pretty good assessment of what happened.
I think that he definitely got the fire. He definitely mentioned that one child died in childbirth in that house, and we know that's true. So there's a couple of hits there. I think he possibly wasn't as sharp on this as someone like Debbie, who this is her speciality.
Richard, a good effort from Greg then, or not so good?
Look, I wouldn't mark it as highly as possibly Debbie. I think Debbie got a key fact, which we look for.
Yeah.
Going in there as a skeptic and doing a reading of your own, what sort of things would you have looked for?
Well, if I went into a haunted house as a skeptic, which I've done before, I've always find the ghost run away from me for some reason. So.
But you're so scary. That's
I must be scary.
You don't believe in ghosts?